Button. Button.
Button!
Oh my!
And on that note,
What was that?
We have
Oh.
battle!
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Oncoming Storm, or as it's now called, Stormfront. I'm your host, Bugboy1014, and I am joined by a collection of players from both groups. How y'all doing?
Good.
I'm the dirt. Okay. Does everyone have the forest ambiance going in the background?
Yes, and this time I don't have it 5 times in my right ear.
Just 5 stacks of forest, just all the forest.
All I heard was bird sounds.
So many birds.
Just an assault of bird sounds.
Alright. I think I might actually change the music. Anyway, so when we last left off, the multiversal tournament abruptly ended due to various shenanigans. The biggest one being just the fact that things were done a lot earlier than expected, and a lot of the people already left the tournament. So Finn and mostly just Finn, decided that, you know what, let's just end it early.
Not mostly just Finn, I decided it.
Well, we both decided it. Kind of was
No, not really.
not arguing about this right now. What this? That's too light. Do this. Fighting music. Apologies, everyone. I'm trying to get some better music for what is about to transpire. Anyway, everyone who's worked. What's going on? I shall conquer the world with hugs. You know what? Let's just get some Feywild music going.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll post it in the official sessions thing, but also in the announcement. The way I did everything. Here's the Feywild music. Okay. So, Stormfront, I could totally see that. So, anyway, everyone was warped back to their original locations from before the tournament. So, Group 2 is warped back to the village, the remains of Brizzle's old village. In fact, you're in the exact same spots you were in before. Though, of course, your possessions have now changed, and you still had all the experiences you had before. But besides that, people are here. Same for Group 1. They end up warping back on the ship. However, the ship is not in the same location it was before. Before we explain where the ship is there anything anyone would like to say or do in character before we actually get fully the situation explained?
No.
I mean, unless we want to, like, have reacting to, like, wait, what?
The reaction is going to come a little bit later,
Okay.
once I actually explain what's going on. Dracul is just stuck in the ocean because he didn't reappear on the ship. Dracul was vaporized, so I don't know about that, but we'll see. Ugh.
I did type up my reaction, kinda.
Oh. What? You asking where you are? Is that your reaction?
Yeah.
Wait, where is Cathangus?
Well, I'm about to answer that. So,
Probably on the airship.
right, I'm about to answer that. So, Shad, when you look around, you see that you are back in the village that you were in before. However, notably, there is next to you there is Ragnarchild and Linda, which I believe were there before. But notably, Bogeron and Brizzle are gone. You don't know where they are. But this more or less looks like the exact same scene that you left. However, you understand me, right, Chad?
Yes, I understand what you're saying.
Okay. However, you don't have that long to think about it because after a few moments of hearing this, you hear a massively loud crunch and snap noise. That sounds like the snapping of wood coming from behind you. It's a good distance away it's a good distance away behind you, but it's loud. Meanwhile, for everyone on the ship, you see that you all are back on the ship. However, the sky looks a little bit different. Instead of the clear blue skies that you're used to, it's now green and bluish, like swirling pattern skies.
Can I make something clear?
Okay, sure. I was in the middle of something.
Okay. So, oh, sorry. Okay. I don't know if it was clear to anybody, but when the tournament ended, both Finn and Yukari thought it was okay to end it. Yukari wasn't against it. She wanted it over. I'm just letting... And also, why she wanted it over is because she wanted to give you all those crystals, and she wanted to bring you back to your place.
Okay. Anything else?
No?
Anyone have any reactions to that?
How would my
Nope.
character know that?
Okay.
I don't know how my character would know that, so I don't know what reaction could be.
Fair enough. Well, I more meant a reaction as a player.
Ah, okay.
Right. In character, you wouldn't have a way to know that. Okay. So, you see swirling green and yellow skies. That's the first thing all of you notice, and some of you recognize this, but you don't have time to realize what this is, as the second thing all of you notice is the engines have stopped and you started falling out of the sky.
I thought the engines were all
So,
not working.
I would like everyone on the ship to give me a dexterity saving throw to hold on to something. I'm also going to roll dex saves for Harold and Gerald as well.
Oh god, I hope half of Sky's crew won't just suddenly die from that.
Alright, the people on the side of the ship don't need to make a dex save to hold on to something, but they do need to make a dex save to not be splat against a wall.
You forget I could fly.
True. I guess for anyone who can fly, you can choose not to hold on to the ship if you want to. That's your choice.
What about those on the ground?
We'll get to the people on the ground in a second. I'm mainly just telling people in the air what's going on, and then I'll get to what you're seeing on the ground.
I am grabbing some of my allies to help them from falling down.
You don't have that much time. This is like second. This is like you have seconds to react, so you don't have that much time.
I forgot Edward can fly!
Right. Well, I like to think that you forgot you can fly, but you instinctively held on to something as like an instinct of like, oh god, because you're so used to not. Well, Clocksworth was too busy thinking about spells and didn't think to grab onto something.
I'm not sure
there's
if I'm falling or not, so I didn't bother casting Feather Fall.
right. Harold is okay. Gerald, however, did not manage to grab something in time, as I think this was still after he was dealing with trying to eat the Phantom. If I remember correctly?
No, it was after...
Oh, fair enough, so that's gone away.
Yeah, it was after Strongheart and Catangus had their fight.
Fair enough. Notably, Strongheart is not here. Oh, right, I also need to pull up Kai, so I can make a statement go for Kai. Clarify Kai.
Also, where is Ratix doing this?
Ratix is next to you.
Okay.
They're likely flying, because they're always flying anyway. Wait, wasn't Lion Fang on the ship?
No, he left after...
Okay, fair enough.
He left after Dracul and Strongheart.
So, everyone that got a 15 or higher manages to hold on to something with the ship, and you fall with the speed of the ship. Everyone who doesn't manage to hold on to something but can fly, can remain flying in the air. For those people that didn't make it, but also can't fly, you're free falling.
Okay, so that's when I can cast Feather Fall. Got it.
Yes. So, Cathanglis and Gerald are just free-falling now as the ship basically drops like a stone out from under you, and because of the rocking as it falls, it knocks you both off the boat.
I'm ready!
Yeah, Bug confused Clocksworth and Catangus again.
I confused Clocks with Cathanglis again. Sorry. In my head, I said Clocksworth. Out loud, I said Cathanglis. Also, Cathanglis can fly, so it wouldn't have happened to Cathanglis anyway, even if he did fail.
I forgot Edward can also fly. I'm like, Edward can't fly, but yes, he can.
Edward's always flying. He just floats constantly now. Because he is a ghost
same.
menace thing. Go ahead.
I mean, same with Catangus. Flying is fun.
Right, but you use your legs more often than he does. Anyway, so while this is happening, Shad, you hear the crunching noise as you see a massive, what looks to be a massive black galleon covered in green and gold heraldry with a large dragon head that looks like Silvestro on the front, falling out of the sky of the Feywild and crashing into the forest. About 30 feet in front of you, I'm going to give you a dex save to not be hit by the boat. Dad. Oh, and you too, Ragnchild. You also need to make a dex save for this giant boat being there.
Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Let me...
Diana, would you like Linda to do a dex save?
Yeah.
Okay, Shad passed. Ragnchild didn't.
I'm an old lady, not so dexterous anymore.
You're probably like, what? What's going on? And then you could dodge. Alright, and then Linda is the last one I'm expecting. As yeah, this giant boat, which has on the side of it written Mandrega's invincible will, though it's hard to see that with the fact that it's coming at you. The first thing you notice immediately is, one, the size of the boat, two, the fact that Silvestro's head is on it staring at you as it's falling. And then three, that it's just massive.
Deja vu! I've been into this place before.
Ah!
Time to run, go, 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 go.
I would use a reaction to help Ragnar, but I've already used mine. But I already used mine to Feather Fall.
Right. And also, it'd be questionable if you even saw Ragnar, given the fact that the boat was blocking your view.
Yeah, and because I don't have it underneath my I don't even see it. Coming from Ragnar child, it's so fucking fun.
I'm too young to... What? Do you want Ragnchild to say, I'm too old to die?
No, if I remember correctly, she's just like super old, and I think at some point someone mentioned we don't even know how she got this old. She should have died of old age right now. I think there was that joke at some point now, so it's funny to see Dad's character say I'm too young to die.
Did anyone hear Kayana say that she wanted me to do the role?
No, I haven't heard anything.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard you just after.
Alright. Dexterity save. Linda's okay. She manages to get out of the way. I mean, she is a tiny rabbit, so that's a little easier, but still. Alright, so, Shad, you manage to dive out of the way, and Linda does as well next to you. However, Ragnchild, you panic and have a moment of just freeze, where you don't know what to do, and you accidentally get hit by the boat as it's falling out of the sky. So, how does it go down? I'm going to have you make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Con save.
That's good enough, actually.
Hey!
So, you managed to, when you get hit by the boat, you manage to roll with the hit and let it knock you out of the way so it doesn't crush you. You still got hit by the impact, but you're not being crushed underneath the boat. Basically, you used its
Damn
force
you,
your
Silvestro!
You are still going to take a good amount of damage, though.
Okay, she didn't get Wizard of Oz!
Right, she didn't get Wizard of Oz. She just had
Slightly
the
squished.
Kirby truck thing happen to her, is what she had happen.
Oh god, the irony.
Oh boy.
Yes, the irony. I mean, this is coming out of a dimensional portal.
Dimensional portals are fun!
Okay, what's your health? How much health do you have?
53, I believe. 53 hit points.
Okay.
I don't know.
You actually
I
take
think
reasonable
might be out of
amount.
date.
Good, because it's 10d10.
Oh my god, what?
You took 47 damage.
Holy sh... I almost die.
Well, to be fair, you have a like 300-ton boat drop on you or something. I forget how much it weighs, but it's like many tons.
Yeah.
I think at some point we went like 189.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
The fact that you survive is a testament to how superhuman D&D characters are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even the old and frail ones.
Yeah, 53 seems small to most. I feel it's like one of the lowest we have in terms of characters, but it's still enough to survive this giant boat.
Right. For reference, an average commoner has 4 HP, so that would have killed a normal person over 12 times over. Sorry, 13 times over. But
Yeah,
Ragnarchild just kind of tanked it. Sorry, 12 times over.
Ragnarchild has only 6 HP left.
Right, but they're alive. Unlike a normal person who would have died many times over. Anyway.
I can heal her.
Right, I know. And I know Kathangus can heal her. Surtur has the spam heal ability.
Yeah, I literally haven't finished.
I wasn't worried about her getting healed. I know she can. Anyway, so the boat landed. You managed to get out of the way. They managed to get out of the way. Everyone that's on the boat, anyone who managed to hold on will take less damage. Anyone who didn't manage to hold on... Actually, question, Surtur, when you cast Featherfall, it can be cast on multiple people. Did you cast on Gerald as well?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, you and Gerald won't be taking a ton of damage here. Well,
We're
not
just floating. We're just casually floating down.
Yeah, you're floating at 60 feet per turn, slowly towards the ground. Everyone else, you hit the ground like a rock, and you're going to take the equivalent falling damage. Which, in this case, is 50 feet, because it fell 50 feet out of the sky. So, but, since you passed the dex save before, you only take half that. So, 5d10 divided by 2. I refuse the damage.
Legit, I can.
Right, so everyone that held on to the boat and successfully made the dex save before takes 10 damage unless they can fly. The barking dog is upset about that.
That was me complaining.
Yes. But failing the save makes you take less damage. Well, to be fair, it was because you cast Featherfall.
Yeah, it's just funny still.
Yeah. Anyway, now the boat wipes out quite a number of trees, and a lot of you realize you're in the Feywild because a lot of you have history in the Feywild. Shad, there's now this giant boat here, which you don't recognize it, but you do recognize some of the people floating in the air, aka Foxworth and Gerald, as well as some of the flying people above the boat. And you have to guess this has something to do with them.
You just hear we.
We.
I'm flying it down.
Yeah, you're floating down.
I'm flying it down.
Well, yes, you're flying down. So, Jad, Barkenchild, your reaction?
I'm still here.
I'm like, what's going on?
I just roll my eyes. I roll my
And that goes and checks on.
Foxwood.
What were you saying, Kayana?
Nothing, never mind.
I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, sure.
I legit just heard I'm gonna, and then it just like went muffled.
Right. Anyway, Chad, you were saying?
I just roll my eyes at Clocksworth.
Okay. Oh, now's the time for the plot players to talk amongst themselves. I finished setting up the scene.
Hey, I didn't do anything! Not yet.
Surprisingly.
So I guess I
For
would
once,
get
clock
down, presumably from the boat. I assume I still ended up on the well, not on the air. I guess I would float down and start spamming through the random.
Couldn't fully hear what you said, Clocksmith.
Oh, okay. I just said I would then. I guess I would get down from the airship because I assume Federfall just made me land on the airship anyways, and then just start spamming cure wounds on Ragnachild because yeah, she just got a bit crushed by the airship.
So, Ragnachild, you see this elven man in a robe come down with silver hair and just start spamming healing magic on you repeatedly. As golden light is just showering you over and over and over until you're healed.
Now I'm just getting images from like the healers in MMOs, like spamming the heal spell like 10 times per 5 seconds.
Right. Better than the image I got. The image I got was Sephiroth coming down and spamming heal on you for 5 minutes.
Actually, the way you describe my character actually fits a lot with Sephiroth. I never realized.
You have the same hair color and the long hair.
Yeah.
The question is, do you also have to use an entire bottle of shampoo on your hair?
It's a beautiful angel. You've saved me. What's your name?
His name is Surtur.
No, his name is
His name is Coxswain!
You're getting confused.
I like to think in that moment there's like some small golden wings and a little halo behind you when she says that because Baradros thinks it will be funny if he makes you look like an angel.
God damn it! I was about to use minor illusion to do that.
You know what? I find it funnier if it's Catangulas doing it.
Fair enough. I don't care who does it. I just think it's funny.
And I probably don't realize because I'm
Right.
busy looking at the person I'm casting spells on.
Yeah.
You've saved me. You beautiful angel. I'm in your debt.
Yeah, we're both breaking characters so much now.
It's okay. It's the first session back. This is going to be a train wreck. I expect this.
I've been waiting for people to react to what I was typing.
Oh no, Catangus has been responding to you.
Yeah.
I meant the others.
I'm busy.
Right. Others are having their own conversation. Like, the only one who really could at this point is Shad and Linda.
And I guess the two half-ogres. Which, they've already heard that conversation like 3 times already, and they were there for it.
Right. This is nothing new for Harold, and Gerald, meanwhile, has a minor concussion. Sorry, no. Other way around. This is nothing new for Gerald, and Harold has a minor concussion. I forgot Harold was the one who hanged onto the boat, not Gerald.
I think I'm still not feeling too good, guys. I'm seeing double. There's 2 of that guy.
Gerald walks over, and you see that he's like a 12-foot tall half-ogre. And he kind of kneels down in front of this halfling granny who's on the ground having her wounds healed and is slightly delirious. And he says, don't worry, that's my twin brother. You aren't delusional.
Delusional?
I'm Gerald. It is nice to meet you.
How dare you call me delusional? Do you know? You know, very disrespectful of your elders, let me just say. I hope your brother's more polite.
He's just smiling
Linda
at you.
goes near that guy and smacks him with her frying pan, going, rude, being mean to Gran.
Don't-
And then she goes and checks on Granny.
Harold says after a while, we aren't planning on going back to that ocean anytime soon.
I'm aware.
In response to what Raldark's starting to think was.
Hey, I'm gonna hop on Discord on my phone because my headset's about to die. Do you mind giving me permission to speak again?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll wait a bit then.
This just means I have to move his character and stuff, which is fine. I don't have any of your characters that. You want me to actually drag your characters into the map, or I don't think it actually matters that much.
Unless you're planning to have a fight, I don't think it's going to matter.
I am not doing a fight this session because of many reasons.
Yeah, there were fights for like 3 months.
Right. Notably, everyone who lands on the boat, you see that you're outside what looks to be a village of people who are largely, like, the village is largely intact. However, a lot of the citizens are just laying their dead on the ground. Because remember, they were psychically killed by the death of the False Hydra. But you guys don't know about the False Hydra, but Group 2 does. And Cathangless does.
Cathagos does.
I just said, and Cathangless does.
No, I didn't know simulacra memories transferred. Nice.
Yep. It's not written in the text, but I take that from Shadow Clones and Naruto, in that, yes, the knowledge transfers.
No.
It only transfers when they die or go away, though. It's the way I do it. It's not like the Renegon or something. So can I get info on where we are? You are in the Feywild. You actually would know that, Rattle.
I would too, because that's where my character started.
Right. The reason why you would know about it is because of how much you've been around Sebastian, and also because Radix inherently is tied to this place. Due to him being a giant dragonfly, which, granted, he's not originally from here, he's originally from Spyro, but his species is usually more lively. Right now, it's a ghost town.
Wait, what's up with all these corpses?
They're specifically corpses of Haringen, which is interesting because you don't usually see Haringen.
I've seen so many different weird stuff that I don't think I would question the looks of all these people.
Fair enough. I'm just pointing out because I think you would at least take a note of it, even if you don't question it.
I don't know what a Harrigan is, and Compendium doesn't help. Or I mistyped.
Haringen is rabbit-like person.
What were you saying, Ted?
Grizzle. Like Grizzle.
I said that Haringen is a rabbit-like humanoid creature. It has the characteristics of a rabbit, but it's also the size of a human, walks on 10 legs instead of on all 4, and can talk like a normal human, just in different languages.
Oh, so... Is that... I didn't follow much of Timeline 2. Is Linda Haringen? I heard people mention rabbit stuff.
That's what...
Linda.
That's what
no,
Brizzle's
Linda's
talking
not a
about.
Haringen, but Brizzle is.
Oh, okay.
Linda's an actual rabbit.
No,
a
she's not an
were-rabbit.
No, okay. She is not an actual rabbit.
That's-
She is half.
Oh.
That's why I called her a were-rabbit. Meaning, like,
Okay.
Apologies. I was incorrect.
because her
Ragna spells don't seem to be working well.
her parent, like, she's related to her parents, like their brother and sister.
Okay.
And she didn't know because of the person she had. Like, her dad had a little bit of a fling with somebody else who was human, like a human. And so, like, they're siblings, just different mom. But the mom didn't want her and didn't tell the dad about her.
Okay. There is not any other giant dragonflies currently around Darkstar. Oh, it's fine right now.
Okay, I just thought Roll20 was just not working.
Yes,
Oh.
she is just like Frizzle. Like, she's exactly like Frizzle, but she's just half.
Right, whereas Brizzle is a Herringen, which is a mixture of both rather than half. Half of you.
Yeah, she's a Herringen too.
Well, Herringen aren't half and half. They're a different species entirely from both.
I'm saying she's a Herringen, but as she's also half due to of a were-rabbit.
Okay, Herringen and
She's
were-rabbits
not
are the
legit.
same thing, though.
She is the exact same thing he is. The reason why she turned into a rabbit that one time was because she never turned into the form of what he is before.
He doesn't have the ability to turn into a rabbit, though.
Meaning his form, like his true form, like what he is.
I'm confused on what you're trying to imply, but it doesn't.
Ugh, never mind.
matter.
Never mind.
Yeah, it doesn't. Just embrace the other things. Yep, true.
That fits Cathegus to a T, to be fair.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, there is this village. As I said, the village seems to be mostly intact. It's just a lot of the citizens dead, if not all of them. And in the distance, there seems to be a crater of some kind. Other than the one the ship made when it landed.
Mhm.
Which, if any of you look back towards the ship, you see there's a large gouge in the forest where it landed and lost momentum. A giant plow going through a field.
That's gonna be a shit show to fix.
Oh my goodness.
It will be fixable. I could fix it.
Katango's no magic.
Maybe we
Magic
should,
could fix it too, but I'm good at carpentry.
should we just use the big furrow in the ground for like a grave for all these Harrington or I don't know. What do you guys think?
That would work easier, yes. Because you still have to bury the bodies.
Ragnchild, Brow Darkster is asking for a reaction.
Oh, huh? What? There's something on my head. Yeah, it's my cowl. Oh, what? What? Who put this here? Oh, delicious. Good berry, so good. Yum yum yum. Good berry, so good.
Good berries are good. Ragnarchild 2022.
2023.
2023, whatever. I forgot what year it is.
He is stuck. He is stuck in 2022.
Yes, I messed up. I get it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But you're stuck in 2022.
Wait, what?
I said he's stuck in because he's like, oh, it's 2022.
I am not stuck
I'm
in
like,
2022.
You're Yeah, you are.
Notably, if anyone tries, no one can contact Silvestro currently.
I didn't try, but that's worrying.
Alright.
We assumed he had polymorphed into that big ship. That's not actually Silvestro.
I love this idea.
That would be a fun twist, but no.
No, it's not Silvestro. Although I like your way of thinking. You thought we were riding an airship, but we were actually riding Silvestro all along.
That sounds so wrong in so many ways.
Right, especially when you think about the fact that Silvestro was on this ship's mast earlier, so that means that Silvestro is crawling on Silvestro's mast, which is just really weird to think about. That's some simulacrum shenanigans, if I've ever heard of it.
Yep, that's some simulacrum shenanigans.
Well, think about the fact that he can use simulacrum. Like, how often has he used that?
I mean, given that he... Imagine if all this time that he was just sticking in his lair, it was a simulacrum.
I say it's like, who can use simulacrum? And I'm like, wait, I'd be a hypocrite if I said that.
Imagine if when we fought Lion Fang, it was just a simulacrum.
Is this a Doombot situation? He thought it was me, but it was just a Doombot.
I mean, to be fair, unless someone casts Identify on Silvestro, you're not gonna be able to know if it's a simulacrum or not, because even if you cast detect magic and you see an aura around him, big whoops! I have a buff spell on me. Are you surprised?
Right, and even then, Nistel's magic aura exists to fuck with it. I mean, speaking of experience, simulacrum is fun. Yes. Notably, so yeah. I guess that answers your question, right? No, this is not Silvestro, but that is Silvestro's head, or at least it looks like Silvestro's head.
Oh, that's it.
I think I told it's a figurehead of Silvestro.
There's your answer. Detect thoughts can counter that, but mind blank can counter detect thoughts.
And a ring of mind shielding too, which I know for a fact he had one, because that's where I took mine from.
He has and uses one. What is Linda doing, Diana?
She's Ragnarchild right now.
Okay.
So she was checking on Ragnarchild, seeing if she was okay.
Oh yeah, after she hit Gerald with a frying pan.
Yeah, because she's like,
Which
was just like, don't be rude to Granny.
That's not just any frying pan either. That's the bacon grease relic frying pan that Finro made her. So that thing I like to imagine knocks Gerald over onto his flat on his back. So you see this little rabbit just pull out a frying pan from nowhere, hit this half ogre in the face, even though he's a lot tinier than half ogre, and half ogre just gets knocked backwards and sprawls 5 feet away.
Yeah, she was protecting her grandmother, exactly.
Yes. Granted, Gerald's not hurt, it's just he got sent flying.
I mean, unless you want to come to a restaurant like in Universe 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. First time I actually meet you guys group. Drew, outside the tournament and outside the birthday bash. This is the first time you met them.
Mm-hmm.
And in character, you guys don't remember the birthday bash, so
Wait, we don't?
you only have very vague memories of it.
Oh, that's
That's what I've been rolling off of that. Like, it feels like it was a dream. It didn't feel like it was real.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So, like, you might be able to remember it, but you don't think it's a real thing to happen. You think it's something you dreamed up at one point. But given the shenanigans with Yuka thing, this is not out of the question. Notably, though, a lot of you hear the sounds of what sounds like stumbling coming from the boat, and a loud, voracious voice say, "How drunk am I? Did the sky actually change?" As you see Kai wander through the boat and stumble his way off the boat, landing there on the side. Who is clearly drunk off his butt right now.
No, you're not that drunk. we ended up in the Feywild because of weird stuff. Were you drunk? Were you drinking in the tournament earlier?
It's some spicy stuff.
I can just see it right now. No. What?
For those of you who do not know who this character is, you see what looks to be a tall, somewhat muscular half-dragon standing there in what looks to be what can only be described as a corsair outfit or a pirate outfit with a lot of flashy golds and blues and reds and turquoise, and has a large trident on his back that has what looks to be some sort of sea creature like face on it, and whom's eyes are glowing. However, despite his garb making him look all fancy and nice, he's stumbling around like a drunk idiot. However, for the people in Group 2, he has a passing resemblance to someone you know, and Chad, you recognize him immediately as your brother.
Hey, Kai.
What? Dad, is that you?
Yeah.
He runs over to you and tackle hugs you to the floor 10 feet away from this speed.
Do I make a strength check to make sure I don't fall?
So, Ragnchild, you just saw this man who is clearly drunk just do like a running run towards Chad and basically linebacker tackle him to the floor.
Oh my. Chad, are you okay?
Brothers be brothers.
He's his brother. Oh! 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 Chad, you never told me you had a brother? What? What? Who is this guy? With the fancy schmancy. I like your clothes though. Oh, is this silk? That's nice.
For those who want to know what he looks like, I'll post his picture in Discord.
Ooh. Older brother, huh? Hey, oh.
Ragnar.
Huh? What? What? What's that? It's all right. I've already been saved by a different beautiful angel today, and now there's another. Everything's coming up, Ragnar child.
Are you flirting with the brother?
Just saying, older brother, older grandma, hey, maybe we got something in common.
I posted in the D&D 5e official sessions chat, and I'll also post it in D&D general chat.
I am very glad that I didn't have bad timing with drinking water for rack at me.
This is kind of confusing, but funny, right? us here. Oh, to be fair, Rattle. That actually, never mind. I won't say this because I don't know. I don't think you would know this in characters. Never mind. Yeah, Ragnchild, that's the character that you see. Send you the picture.
Oh my.
Uh,
Wings on wings for days.
right. Kai stands up after hugging his brother for a bit. Some tears in his eyes because he is happy to see his brother. He says, "I thought you died. Nice to see you alive again." He offers you a
I look
hand
at
up.
Kai and I get up and I say, well, technically, I was dead, but at the same time, I wasn't.
Ah, so it was the
We're in a
meme of
different
"I
timeline.
died, but I lived." Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. I look at Kai and I look at Kai and I say, technically, yes, I did die in your time. In my timeline, which is the one we're currently in, well, actually, we're in a separate timeline between the two. I have not died, even though I encountered Lion Fang. I did not have my artifact when I encountered him, so
I remember you told me about
did not.
that back in the tournament.
Yep.
And
Does
he-
Kai react to what I said?
What was that?
Does Kai react to what I said?
No.
I think he was too
Yes.
busy.
Yeah, he was too busy paying attention to his brother to hear what you said. Oh, you asked him if he's sobered up now. Kai says, there's no fun when it's sober. I do my best work when I am drunk.
Which is fair.
Right. Introductions. And he turns to the halfling that he sees and is a little surprised at how short she is and actually has to look down. He says, I am Kai Azure Black, the most premier Corsair captain and pirate captain of the entirety of Kishwaka.
Pirate. Oh, okay. A little.
I am also currently the captain of the Mandraga's Invincible Will, this beautiful ship that you saw somewhat crash into this forest, which is not my fault.
Oh, you're. Wait a minute. No. You're
The last I checked, we were flying over an ocean, and then suddenly we appear over the forest and our engines die. That's not my fault.
That sounds like negligence to me, you know.
Negligence. No one died, so we're fine.
I don't think there's many drivers that would have been able to react to engines dying and being transported to a completely different place like this.
Let me tell you something. When you are the owner of a gigantic airship, it is your responsibility to do regular maintenance to make sure that your engines do not die and crash an innocent halfling woman who was just minding her own business.
I don't own this ship. It's a rental. I was hired to drive it. It's not my ship.
Now the truth comes out.
My ship is equally as large and glorious, though it is back home. I was hired by this little fella named Jaden Mandraga, I think it was, to pilot this ship. And he wanted me to teach him how, but he's been neglecting his studies, and I haven't seen him in a while.
So Jaden Mandraga is the one who I need to sue for my emotional damages.
Oh god!
I see.
Kai looks over and Clocksworth and says, why do I have a feeling you can help her sue people?
Oh!
I
My-
just lost my headphones. Give me a sec.
I'm sorry, dude.
I I just sat down. I just sat down on the bed to calm down and went to lean a bit backwards, and that was a little too far for the headphones to stay in my ears.
Okay, you're saying right now.
I see. Oh, my angel, you can be my lawyer. This is not. I like it.
And this is and a truly typical fashion for Clocksworth. Wait, what's a lawyer?
Clocksworth is now in a suit.
The thing is, why did you change the robe you gave me?
True. And with that, Ragnarchild, you learn that his outfit he is wearing was made by Cathanglis. The one that Clockwork is wearing.
You're multi-talented. Well, I already knew you were multi-talented, Cathanglis. Is there anything you can't do? That's the real question.
I missed that. Cathanglis made Clockwork appear in a suit. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was that's why I said that.
Oh, so now you just see Clockwork standing there in a 3-piece suit straight out of the 1960s. Somehow.
Oh, this is very interesting garb you've got on there.
I like to imagine it happens like in DBZ Abridged, but it just does clothes beam. It's just.
Yes, that's good.
So you're Cathanglis, you are pinned here. Alright, Rilo, make a strength check, and Cathanglis make a dexterity save. I'll also accept acrobatics, but your dex is so good it doesn't matter.
What do I roll?
Strength to try and keep him down.
God, you two are at it again. Don't go as hard. Please don't go as hard as you were about to go in the tournament. The place already looks like a graveyard. Wait.
Also, Bug, it didn't react to when I typed it out already, so it kind of went through.
Well, one, we're in the middle of a conversation, so that's why. And two, yes, but you don't have the strength to keep him down, is what those rolls represent. So you tried to pin him, and you do manage to for a little bit, but then he just pulls out of your grip because he can slip out of it easier. Like, you don't have enough strength to keep him pinned to the floor, even as a full dragon.
Basically, you got him by surprise. He was like, "Oh, okay." Then he got out of it.
He was like, "Oh no!" Anyways. Which, by the way, for those of you who do not know, yes, Ral Darkstar is a full dragon. Is a full young dragon. Like, full size and everything. So, Ragnchild, you are seeing a dragon thing here. A purple dragon at that. Never seen a purple dragon. I say Ragnchild because I believe she's the only one that has not met Ral Darkstar so
I
far.
thought she did.
Only in the side sessions, I think.
Fair.
Not the main session, not in the tournament, I don't think either.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, neither Ragnarchild or Ragnar Darkstar had a battle, so it's not like they could just see it in the crowd or something.
Right. While this is going on, Cathanglis, you feel like you're forgetting something slightly, and then you notice a small glow coming from one of your pockets.
Oh god. I'm gonna check my pocket.
Okay. When you pull it out, there's a soft golden glow emitting from it, and you pull it out and you see that it's the Imperial Aquila that you have.
Yeah.
Which, for everyone else, you don't see any glow. You just see him pull out a weird golden metal object. But for him, it's glowing. However, Reckon you recognize this object because it's on that supposed. It's the same object that was on the chest of that supposed Marine guy that you were supposed to fight in the tournament.
Oh no! Oh no! You're one of those Marine of the Emperors? What?
No. I'm not.
Hmm?
Although I'm not against them. They are neutral to me.
I feel I missed something.
Are you saying that in character or out of character?
In character. Out of character, I think I've seen their interaction at some point, at least part of it in like a voice channel. I don't remember which one.
Okay, fair enough. I just want to make sure the confusion was in character. Shad, you're being awfully... Oh, you're muted, that's why. Notably, Brizzle and Bogeron are not here. They're gone. As well as Yukari and Finn aren't here either, right, Joe?
I mean, the two gods disappearing makes a bit more sense, but Bogeron and... yeah.
Right. Notably Brizzle, because this is Brizzle's village and he isn't here. But granted, Group 1 doesn't know that, but...
Yeah, that's why I didn't mention that part.
Right. Speaking of... there is something that actually occurs. You receive a message, Rattle, in your mind throughout Arkstar. The message is from a mysterious voice that you don't fully recognize, and it says that there is no. Since you're the one who is affected the most, I thought I should inform you. There is no such thing as two separate timelines right now. Both Timeline 1 and 2 have been merged together, so your histories have been combined. You should likely tell the others.
In Timeline 3!
Timeline 3 and beyond is unaffected. On Timeline 1 and 2, they're affected. Also, how are you in this call? I'm saying that in character.
Timeline Alpha.
Because
Timeline
pushing
cheats.
chaos.
I could be I desire.
Is that how you get the garlic bread dimension? It's just timeline garlic bread?
Listen,
Yes.
Timeline Garlic Bread was a good. It's delicious.
It says so in the spell. It is delicious. Anyway, you were saying, Chad? Oh, and Rao. Sorry. Rao was the one saying. Okay, take your time, Rattle. Ragnchild. I'm getting your name mixed up now.
The R's.
Yes. Too many people in this campaign have similar names. There's Surtur and Sortu, there's Clockwork and Cathanglis, there's Rattle and Ragna. I don't know why everyone's typing.
I don't know either.
I'm
Cathanglis,
just typing so I don't talk over anyone.
currently no one is talking.
Oh yeah, Cathanglis is just.
I just don't know who told me it.
Oh, you don't know. You don't recognize the voice.
Yeah, I said that's why I said I don't know who told me.
Right. They did ask for you to share the information with the others, though. Are you going to?
That's what I was doing.
Yeah, when we type.
Oh.
Yeah, Cathanglis is responsible. Yeah, I know. You weren't told?
There are timelines. So Shad, you mentioned the timelines before, and now you just heard that they were merged together.
Hello.
I for-
Which notably means that this Kai is a combination of both the one from your timeline and the one from your regular.
That's why I brought a multiverse theory.
Yeah. Let's just hope we don't have an equivalent to Trunks here.
Yeah.
To mess everything up.
And somehow it'll all be fixed again.
To be fair, even in Dragon Ball, it was never fixed.
Welcome
That's
back,
fair.
Wagner.
Welcome back.
I did tell the group that our both timelines were merged.
And the mending happened easily.
Raw Darkstar was telling everyone that the timelines are merged right now.
Nice. Ah, got it. Okay.
After all.
Notably, Kai wanders off again. Harold and Gerald are just kind of walking through the forest alone, not knowing what to do.
Oh. Yeah.
They're just wandering off on their own. What is everyone else doing?
Let's
I
hope
think this is actually good.
Let's hope Harold and Gerald don't lose themselves again for like the 5th time.
Anyway, you saying things?
The thing
Didn't hear what you said.
this is going to fix the boat.
The boat is undamaged. The forest is what's damaged.
Okay, I'm gonna go fix the forest.
I don't think you can
okay.
use carpentry to repair trees. You do notice something interesting about some of the trees, though, Cathanglis, as you pull out your carpentry tools and start to try and repair things. Some of the trees that were uprooted by the boat were quite large, and one of them has a glowing golden core in it. Cathanglis, give me an either Arcana or Nature check. With
I
advantage.
want to find the glowing golden object.
What was that, Shed?
I want to find the glowing golden object.
It's a glowing golden core inside of a tree. But if you want to help, he can gain advantage. Okay. So that, with Shad's... Well, you're giving him advantage on his roll instead of rolling yourself, but... That's a 38. Both of you working together collectively managed to identify this wood. It seems that the core of this tree was made... had soaked up so much Feywild energy, it became heartwood.
Heartwood.
And by your estimations, there's enough heartwood. There's about 300 pounds of heartwood just here in this tree if you want to try and extract it.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay. You want to spend time just trying to do that for like a couple of days?
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone else, you're seeing Shad and Cathanglis just start trying to carve into a tree. What's everyone else doing?
I already typed up what I was doing.
Look around and use Earth Element to mess with Feywild ground to see what it feels like.
When you use the earth element on the ground, you do notice that while it works, there seems to be a lot of interference with what you're doing, as if the Feywild doesn't like to be controlled or moved. Edward says yo. So, Rydell, you are able to move it with your earth magic. It's just it's more difficult, and when you finish moving it, it seems to try and go back to its original place. As if it doesn't want to be controlled.
Yeah, they want.
It is? Oh. Anything else I should know about this place? I've been here, but not for a long time.
Don't give
I
anyone
would
your
try-
name. Don't eat any food unprecedented. Don't. Typical Rose.
I was trying to move the earth that it was going back to where it wanted to be.
My music stopped. Let me get some more music. Let's do Peaceful Woods. No.
Did you guys hear what I said?
Yes. Well, I heard. Did everyone else hear? About the
I
fact
did
that
not
the ground is moving back to where it originally was when he tore his
Cathangus is not shaken by that. It's just like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's your home. It's like, to you, it would probably be like telling you what color your wall is. You're like, yeah, I've lived here. I've been here for a while. I know what color the wall is.
Alright.
listen, the trees could talk to you. Just don't give them.
Surtur, you feel a small pinch on your ear.
What? I guess I would look to try and see.
You see that it was actually a small bite as your light drake had bit your ear and just kind of smiles at you and then boops your nose with its snout.
Who bit?
It just wanted to remind you that it's here.
Oh, okay.
It's currently on your shoulder, just curled around your neck.
Oh. Well, I'm glad they did. Well, I'm glad they didn't forget you. Like seemingly two of the other people that we were talking with in the tournament.
Alright. Notably, it didn't take any damage in the crash because it can fly. So.
Yeah.
Roller, you do see this little drink just wrapped around Surtur. And you can tell it is emanating an aura of divine magic. Ragnarchild, you notice that the glowing coming off of this is not too dissimilar to the halo and wings you saw earlier from Surtur, except he doesn't have those anymore, but he does have this.
He does.
Everyone else, you already know about this. Well, besides Chad, but I doubt Chad's.
How would they know about this? I got it in the tournament when I was in my room.
Didn't they see it during the meeting before the multiverse tournament ended?
Right.
Yeah. Like, they didn't get to see it that much, but they did see it.
Right.
I believe there's more people that got drinks than Cathangus. Didn't you get a drink? I want to say there's a couple of other people that got drinks, of course, that turn. I forget.
Okay.
I know, like, Zokara got one, I know Clocksworth got one, and then, like, Cathangus, I think you got one, and I think Shad did too.
I didn't get anything.
No, I thought I gave you one. Okay, we'll talk about that after this. Actually, no, we'll talk about that right now. So, Cathangus, you notice that there is an odd little creature in your back. Do you just let the creature be in your bag, or do you pull it out to investigate it?
I pull it out.
Okay, let me look up in the compendium specifically which kind this is, because I forget which kind I was supposed to be for that. Oh yeah, it's one of those.
I DM'd you it.
Oh! That was not the thing I was...
load in the washer. Probably gonna be fucking. Alright.
Oh! No, I'm not talking about that creature. Yes, there is one of those in the back. Everyone sees that he pulls out what looks to be a tiny beholder out of his bag.
A what?
Would you like to explain to everyone what a gazer is?
Classic English is friend.
His friend.
Listen, it's helpful.
So, for those who don't know what a beholder looks like, this is a small green creature thing with a scowl on its face and a central eye and 4 stalks coming out of its head. It's hard to call it a head because it's basically just a sphere with an eye and a mouth. But it has kind of 4 stalks coming out. They each have their own eyes. And it looks, not happy to be here.
Oh, wow, that is that looks dangerous there, Kith. Oh, be careful.
But that is not the creature I was actually meaning for you to pull out, Cathangless. You just pulled that out randomly. I like to imagine you pulled it out, set it aside, and then kept looking in your bag.
It's just so casual thing that he's like, oh, the gazer, no, wrong thing.
Right.
I think
No.
I'd keep an eye on that.
I mean, to be fair, it has plenty of eyes to keep an eye on itself, I think.
Oh, yes.
However, no, you notice a small blue dragon-like creature in there.
Oh.
It's currently slumbering in there. Do you try to pick it up?
I try to gently pick it up.
Do you inspect it before you pick it up, or do you just pick it up?
I'd pick it up.
Okay. As you pick it up, it slowly begins to rouse and unfurl its wings, and you see that as you're picking it up, and everyone else sees this, is a small blue dragon-like creature, but instead of dragon wings, it has what looks to be large butterfly wings, but they're sized like dragon wings, and they look to be more leathery than the delicateness of butterfly, but it has the same pattern as like butterfly wings. They are this. Give me an Arcana check, Cathangless. I will give you advantage because this is a draconic thing. Anyone else who is familiar with dragons can also give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Oh, come on!
I wouldn't call just being with I feel Rattle would have advantage. He literally is a dragon.
Yeah.
I'll give you advantage on that, Rattle, because you literally are a dragon. You got an 18.
Yeah. But that other side is bad.
Chad, do you want to roll to identify this thing?
Sure.
Or are you too busy
Arcana
with the
check.
wood?
Well, I've been. How long has it been?
Currently, like 10 minutes. Not that long. Also, to be fair, Cathangless is the thing pulling out. The person who is helping you get the wood.
You did what now?
He is pulling creatures out of his bag. He pulled a small gazer out of it at once. It's a tiny beholder, and now he pulled out a small blue dragon.
And I'm supposed to do the Arcana check on the small blue dragon?
To identify it, yes.
Sure, I'll do an Arcana check.
I already
can't
explained
hear
what a
Chad.
gazer is.
I
Why?
can't hear.
I didn't explain why he has it, but I explained what it is. What were you saying, Riddle?
I can't hear Shad.
Oh, I can hear Shad.
Yeah, I hear Shad.
You might want to try disconnecting and reconnecting. Yeah. That worked last time. Oh. I don't know what. Is music going to?
Is
Okay.
Chad trying to talk to you now?
So all three of you managed to recognize this particular style of drake. It is what's referred to as a Fey drake, or a drake of the Feywild.
No, it's not. You know what it's called? You know what it's called? Do you know what it's called?
I'm literally pulling from the stat sheet in the compendium, but sure, what do you...
No, it's not what it's called. But you know what it's called? It's called Fufu.
Foof. Yes, this dragon is named Fufu. It is the species Fey drake, and this one is called Fufu. I like to imagine it has like a little...
I was trying to be a dork.
It has... No, I'm good with that. It has like a little necklace on it with the name Fufu on it. I'm fine with that. That's cute. I like it. I'm not sure if you missed that thing list, but the dragon is named Fufu.
It was good.
Sorry, go ahead.
Wait, is it Oh, you named it like the Michael Rosen thing.
It's a Fey drake, and Kayana thought it would be really cute to name it Fufu.
No, I said it's Fufu. It says Floofy baby or Scaly baby, and so it's like the minute Linda says it's Fufu baby. You know, like when like
creatures.
it's so tiny that you can just put it in a box and carry it around like. Anyways.
Let me make this visible to all players. Let me see this thing.
Yes.
Yep. I could do that for the gazer too if people want.
Yes, please.
Okay. The drake first. So, show to all players. Yes, show to everyone. So you should all see a stat sheet pop up on your screen.
I just see the bio info. Oh wait, was that part of the stat sheet?
Yeah.
I just thought that you were gonna.
And now I'm going to do that for the gazer. Do.
Huh?
How do you want to create this character? I don't want to create this character.
Yeah, don't do that.
Add sheet directly.
Edit sheet directly, that's where you should click.
Oh, I just can't. I just exited out of it. Oops.
You won't... Okay, I don't know if the gazer popped up. It's not telling me if it did or not.
It did.
It did, and it's adorable.
So yeah, these are the two creatures that Cathangus pulled out of his bag randomly. If all of you want to see what the light drake looks like too, I can show you that as well. The one that Surtur has. Sorry, Clock Drake. To be fair, Rattle, the gazer's uncomfortable around you too.
You have to treat it with hugs.
I like to imagine you give it a hug and it just screeches at you as you give it a hug.
I just screech back.
A cat.
So you just see Cathangus screeching at a gazer who is screeching back at him while hugging it.
A cat. I think I am too big to give it a hug.
I mean, to be fair, true. Okay, and
Wait, I'm
there's
large,
light drake.
go.
You have to go?
No, I said I'm also large. I think me and Rattle are the same size.
Yeah, true.
I
But
think
you're
I
not
would-
large because of your body, you're large because of the tails. remember correctly. Or are you actually just large?
I'm large size.
Oh,
Oh right, I forgot he has the tails. I thought of the Pokemon and then I realized that it has the word tails in the name.
yeah, it is based off the same source as the Ninetales Pokemon because it's based off the Ninetale Fox. Yeah, he has the tails as well as bionic arms and legs, and these bionic tails that are covered in fur.
You keep telling me that I am larger than Cap, though.
Right, because I thought you were, but I keep forgetting that he's large size.
Yeah, because I have enlarged on me at all times.
Yeah. Rather Darkstar, you're naturally that big, whereas he has the enlarged spell on him permanently. There's a difference. So if you cast enlarge on yourself, you can get bigger, but if he casts it on himself, he can't, because he already has it on him.
Where someone casts Dispel Magic on him. That sounds like a waste of a third level spell slot just for that.
Right, and that's assuming he did not prepare for the eventuality of Dispel Magic being cast on himself when he was the one who pulled out the shenanigans before.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, someone dropped a bunch of plates in the other room. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab some water and check on the plates that fell in the other room.
The plate situation.
Yes. Do not destroy everything while I am gone, but have fun. Or grab some water, probably.
I legit find the geyser ironically cute. It looks like a frog.
So, Ragnarchild, do you enjoy the gift I gave you? Once?
Which gift? Which one? The wand?
Flute?
Oh, the flute. Excuse me. Yeah, the flute. Yeah, I haven't had any chance to use it yet, but you know, I got it there in my back pocket. You know, should we need another dragon? But you know, I'm looking around like we got dragons everywhere. We got Sylvester, we got you, we got Shad, we got his brother. I don't really want to call anymore.
Sylvester is not here.
I just mean in general, you know. I think he's always around. I guess we haven't really been feeling him lately. Maybe we should look into this. Where is Silvestro?
Don't know.
What is he doing?
You can also, with that food, you can call baby dragons.
Baby dragons.
Yeah.
Good to know. I will gonna keep it in my back pocket for now.
I don't know that either. It's weird. I think the only time I can think that I saw Silvestro being somewhat scared is when he called us over because Lion Fang showed up in his lair.
Yeah, well, that's Lion Fang.
Well, I guess scaring Silvestro is a family thing now.
I guess. All I know is he did something with my blood and he got stuck inside a weird black hole thing and it stings.
Cass, you make it going staticky for me.
I am back.
Welcome back.
There you go.
I think I would probably look at the corpses and try to figure out what the hell happened. Because there seems to be a lot of things.
Just like, yeah, he did something with my blood, got shot to the supernova. It's normal. It's normal. These things happen.
If almost anyone else told me that, I would absolutely argue that it's not normal. But at this point, I don't think I can have a consistent idea of what is normal when we're talking about you.
Right. The Thangless is an anomaly wrapped in an enigma. As you go inspect the other corpses, give me a medicine check.
Oh. I was about to go open my character sheet, but for once I didn't close it.
Yay! Okay. Inspecting a few of the bodies, you notice a few things right away. One, they all seem to be bleeding out of their ears. Well, were bleeding out of their ears. The blood's dried by this point. Two, they don't seem to have any sort of external injury. And three, you don't even detect a hint of their former magic or soul inside of them. Using your innate detect magic thing you have through your... Wait, no, you don't have the mask. Do you have detect magic up?
No.
Oh, then you'd have no way of telling that, but you can tell
In fact, I didn't even have it prepared.
Sorry. My mistake. If you don't have any way to see auras, then all you can see is the fact that they were bleeding out of the ears and they don't seem to have any sort of external injury. Though, a few of the expressions that you see on their face did show that they were in great pain when they died.
So nothing physical, probably psychic damage. Why was I walking in circles normally?
I like to think in character you were too.
I genuinely started doing a small back and forth near my computer when I said that. I don't know if it showed when I was speaking. It probably changed volume a bit.
It wasn't noticeable.
I think I made a paradox with that fake card.
Yeah, I don't think the paradox would have killed these people through, I assume, psychic damage.
Oh, what? These
If it
people?
wa-
Oh,
Yeah.
this was Cathangus there. When we fought that awful, horrible monster with the weird, no face, he exploded everybody's brains or their heads or something. Yeah.
It was called a false Hydra.
So wait, are there heads? Because I don't think I can see them bleeding, that they were bleeding from their ears if there's no head.
To be fair, the corpse of the false Hydra is not here. You were just seeing the corpse of the Herringans.
Oh, okay. I thought. Okay, so the thing that got its head exploded is the Hydra. Okay.
The Herringans did get their head well, they got their brain exploded. They didn't necessarily get their head exploded. Their heads are intact, but some of them, you actually, when you go in the building, you notice some of them are missing their head, but others only are bleeding out the ears.
What's a Hydra?
False Hydra, it's something that shouldn't exist. Something that... It exists because of lies and falsehoods and a lot of strife between promises.
It's chaos.
Oh, the damage is this bad. I don't think Ray's Dead is going to do anything.
Let's just say it's better that it's dead than when it was alive.
I was talking about the villagers, not the Hydra.
In all honesty, at least the villagers are in a better place right now.
Continue. I'm just typing something to Guyana.
What?
Oh, I thought you paused because you heard me typing. I bet.
No, I think I'd just be thinking like, yeah, even if I had a solution, is it really a good idea to apply it?
Where should we go now?
Well, I think at least we should bury the bodies. The souls have moved on, but the body standing here is not a good thing for anything.
The thing is, do you want to explain in character a bit more of what happened to Foxworth or no?
Yes, actually.
Okay. You should probably do so.
Yeah, basically, we fought this odd, fleshy thing, and I didn't know that killing it would result in it basically letting out the scream that would, mentally kill everyone. It basically shut off their minds.
Wait, so you're saying it used a psychic scream?
Basically.
Not Cathingless. Foxworth, given how much you've been delving into spells lately in character, give me an Arcana check. And this is going to be a difficult one.
Okay.
By difficult, I mean 25 or higher.
Okay.
You know what? It's close enough. I'll give that one to you. I'll give that one to you. So, you have you hear the words a psychic scream, and you suddenly get a thing in your head like, wait, where have I heard of that before?
Yeah, I genuinely had in my brain that for the most part before the tournament ended, because I went to Scholar and I needed to figure out what spells I wanted, I would have just went down to the library and get a bunch of spells. But when you said the tournament would end, I didn't bother.
Right.
I have psychic scream as one of my spells.
Okay, but you wouldn't know that in character.
Yeah, I don't know you can cast it. I never saw you cast it.
No,
Yes, Sam.
I'm saying this in character.
Oh.
Well, see, I was having him roll a check to realize that that was likely a spell. Not... I was trying to make him realize it was a spell in character in a way, but... Yeah. I wasn't assuming that he already knew it was a spell. I was trying to see if he could figure it out, because he's never heard of Psychic Scream in character. But, given the amount of random research he's done the different spells in character, he could have come across it at one point in some book. Especially given how many high-level magic books he found. However, from what little you do know about Clockwork, if this was a Psychic Scream, this area of effect was much larger than the original spell.
Huh.
I did my job at least. I cleaned up the anomaly like I was told.
That's... yeah.
Let me double check that I'm correct in that range.
Were you...
Yeah, I am.
Did you decide that on your own, or did someone else wanted you to come here?
I was sent by Fenrir on Yukari.
Then I guess note to self, when I'm sent if I am sent to take out something in the future, ask for more info so something like that doesn't happen.
It's not the first bad aberration I fought, and I know it won't be the last.
When you say bad aberration, the gazer twitches around a little bit.
I would gently pet it. It's okay. I understand. I'm basically one too.
It screeches at you.
Screeches back.
They're just having a screeching hunt.
I love that. It's like, it's okay. I'm basically an aberration too.
Yeah, please put that back in its bag. You're kind of scaring it.
Listen, Nibbles is okay.
I like to imagine as you're petting it, it just bites your finger. And this This is why it's named Nibbles.
It's time to say nipples. Thangos has no
Nibbles.
reaction to the bite.
Yeah, please put it back in your bag.
I will hold on to it. Fine, I'll put it in the bag.
Fine.
Kai looks over and says, thing's a bit of a danger. You might want to put it back in your bag before I kick it like a football.
Don't worry, I have it under control. I will.
Yes, soccer is a canonical sport in my city.
First
meant by
baseball,
football.
now soccer. No, football.
I hate the term football just because of the confusion of which football are we talking about.
Right. The ball that you kick with your foot. It's like that meme of, do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
I mean, you kick both with your foot.
What was that?
You kick both with your foot.
I know, that's why I was saying.
But that's the joke.
I was saying.
That's the joke, that's why he followed up with, do you have any idea how little it narrows it?
Yeah. We have both of them. To be fair, American football is not a sport in my city. Just soccer is a sport in my city. Because American football will require America to be a thing. And I am not prepared to unleash America upon my D&D campaign.
You are not ready to unleash America on our characters and then having to deal with real life political character and and all that.
That's what's actually inside the Void Ocean. It's
just post-apocalyptic America.
Oh God, no! That's why something
So-
actually exists.
You're telling me if you look far enough in the Void Ocean, you'll find an M1A1 Freelance. It's friggin' Model T car. Oh, that's... Anyway, I think let's put the gazer back in the bag.
I was gonna look around to see if Ratix went somewhere.
Ratix is currently hovering quite high in the air, looking around. And seems to be looking for something.
Ratix, what's up?
Ratix says, I don't know, something feels odd. This place is quieter than it usually is.
Indeed.
Is something leading you somewhere?
Shad, give me, actually, you don't need to give me a check. Shad, you've done a lot of trips for Sylvester in this Feywild, right? If I remember correctly? Oh, we can't hear Shad. Okay, fine. I'll do Cathangless then. Cathangless. Or Ragnchild, actually. I think Ragnchild might know. Either way, someone notices the fact that there has not been a single wild magic surge so far while you've been in the Feywild. Usually they happen quite often here.
I noticed. Something's off.
Hmm? What's wrong?
Right, you wouldn't have noticed in character.
The energy's not right.
Okay. Well, we see what that means.
Usually there's wild magic searches is what I'm saying.
Oh.
You now have access to the character.
Thank you.
Welcome. You may name it Fufu.
Yay!
Kai just kind of leaps back to the boat. Gerald comes back and he seems to be carrying a large pile of berries. I brought food for everyone.
Oh. Thanks.
From the boat or from the Feywild? Where'd you get those berries?
I wandered into the forest with my brother, and he went to go grab firewood, and I grabbed food. These berries look delicious, and these are the non-poisonous ones.
Yeah, how do we know that?
Give me a moment.
My brother and I have survived in the wilderness for a long time.
Have we survived in the Feywild wilderness, though?
He looks down, looks up at you, and says, "Well, we'll know when we eat them."
Yes.
You go first. I'm just gonna make myself my own good berry. Would you guys like a good berry? I can.
Cathangos, what were you going to do?
I try to study them real quick.
Sure, give me a nature check.
Okay.
Radix helps you with this, so you'll have advantage.
Oh!
With Radix's help, you're able to identify that this is a mixture of snozberries and boreberries, which are different kinds of berries in the Feywild. They are largely non-toxic. They don't really have any toxic, but they are hallucinogenics.
These were called hallucinations.
Yep.
Oh, really?
They
Damn.
do. Powerful
Give
ones.
me one of those, Harold. Give me.
They was eating one. Yeah, they do. They cause powerful ones.
So, they offer the berries, and everyone just starts getting high on berries.
No, thank you.
Yum. Berry is so good.
Yeah. Right, child, as you're eating these, you start seeing the swirls in the sky getting more dramatic and start looking like a Van Gogh painting.
Oh, it's beautiful. I'm gonna go. Ragnar kind of wanders over to where like the wood harvest is going on and pretends like she's supervising, but is actually just like staring at the sky while on her back in the grass. And
Right. Does anyone else partake of the bear? Cathanglis does. Cathanglis, it only has a mild effect on you. Everything just looks generally prettier, brighter, and it reminds you of home in a weird way. You feel more comfortable and at home right now.
I'm just gonna be the one thing on alert.
What was that, Rattle? Couldn't hear you.
I'm not gonna eat any.
Okay. Shad, if we can hear you, are you going to eat any?
Sorry, I was zoned out.
Well, I brought you up earlier for realizing something about the Feywild, but you didn't. Currently, Gerald came back with a bunch of berries for people to eat if they want to, and Rattle identified that they're hallucinogenic berries.
No, thank you.
This
I
guy
will not
says
eat
that
it.
this isn't my first time.
Well, Cathanglis, you grew up in the Feywild, so of course you're used to eating these things.
I will not eat dead berries because I would like to keep working on the tree.
Right. Well, notably, these berries can help you see spirits, and indeed, for those who have taken the berries, you can start to see Fey spirits, Chewinga, and ghosts wandering around. That they were there anyway, but now you can see them easier thanks to the berries. In addition to the weird swirl patterns and hallucinogenic stuff. So, Cathanglis and Shad, you two are both extracting the wood, and it takes you about... You get about 20 pounds out in about 6 to 8 hours of work.
Oh, gods.
This is slow going because you're carving heartwood out of ironwood. Meaning, even with the proper tools, this is a slow process.
I was about to say, is there a way to speed it up? Wait, hold on. Let me see something.
If you want to speed it up, you're going to have to be less delicate with it, means you're going to be more likely to just break the material. So, If you want to start cutting corners and go faster, you can. But it's likely to cause a catastrophic... Well, it's not likely, but the more you cut corners, the more likely you're going to cause a catastrophic failure.
So there's not a way to speed it up slightly.
No. It's important to know that and you can feel this as you're touching it, the heartwood is alive. And the only reason why you've made as much progress as you have is it's letting you extract it from the wood. But if you start trying to manhandle it and rip it out...
So, can I technically communicate with the heartwood?
Yes, you could try.
Alright.
That would... Give me an animal handling check to attempt to. Also, what were you going to say, brother?
I was gonna try to ask what would happen if I tried to mix goodberry with the hallucinatory berries.
Oh, if you mix them together and eat them, nothing too special. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna mix them and let someone else try it.
Oh, if you mix them together, nothing too special happens. They just have the effects of both. It is what you would actually expect from a mixture. There's no special reactions.
Here, I'll try this.
Cathingless, you do know, though, that these berries are quite nice if you mash them up and put them into a wine with the proper process.
Yes.
These are the berries. These are ingredients in one of the famous Feywild court wines. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I said these are amazing in wine.
Yeah.
It feels good to be back in a place where I don't feel that odd.
Mm-hmm. Chad, do you want me to do the animal handling roll for you?
No, I was waiting for you to stop talking with everyone else before I said I was going to.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and make the animal handling.
I have access to my stuff.
Okay. You try and communicate with the wood. What do you say to it? I'm curious.
I look and I was like, if you let me harvest you, I'm not gonna sell you.
That's not how you talk to them. Hey, buddy, how you feeling today?
Right. So for Shad, you did that, and then it just gave you a small jolt through your finger of electricity. But then when Cathingless talked
I'm
to
immune
it...
to electricity.
You're immune to electricity, but it still gave you a retaliated. Cathingless, you touched the wood and talked to it, and it's a lot more receptive to you and almost seems to bend in response to your finger. Similar to how Ironwood does when you use the cantrip.
You need to be gentle with it.
You were saying, bro?
I just gave the big berry I did to Ragnarchild.
Okay. Ragnarchild, they were sharing an idea of mixing good berries and hallucinogenic berries together.
Well, sure, yeah, we could do that. Ragnarchild conjures up 10 good berries in her palm. Here you go.
I was letting Ragnarchild try the mixed berries I made.
Oh, do you want to try the things that he made?
Oh, you made berries. Oh.
Cathingless, Ragnarchild, a cup has now appeared in your hand.
Oh, what the? Oh, okay. Yeah. Pour my berries into the cup.
Okay. When you pour them into the cup, you notice it is a glass cup.
Oh. Fancy schmancy.
I would put the mixed berries into the cup then. Try it.
Oh, bottoms up.
Okay, give me a con save.
Con save, oh no!
Don't worry, this is not a bad con save. You only need a 10 or higher.
Oh. I thought you were gonna say there's a positive effect. No, it's only a 10 DC save.
Yeah, it was just a
Oh
check
my-
to see if you got inebriated or not, because this is alcoholic.
There we go.
Yeah, there's a mild alcoholic effect to these berries. So, no, you're fine. The first check is just 10 or higher. Yeah, for those wondering, for those at home that are wondering, yes, I do have rules for drinking. I used those last season. Because we had a certain dwarf that loved beer, so I had to come up with rules for getting drunk. The thing was, you look at the berry and the cup thing as you're working with the hardwood, and it vaguely reminds you of the olden days of you and Zokurai with the health drinks. You start to get a bit nostalgic.
So, what happened to Child?
Child is able to drink it, and she still sees swirls in the sky. Besides that, it more or less energizes her with just the effects of Goodberry. As in, she's no longer hungry. And healed for 1 HP.
That was very refreshing.
Yeah. So, Cathangless, with your new animal handling thing, how much wood are you going to try and extract on this tree?
As much as I can actually get without straining the wood.
How much do you want to try and get? Because the amount that you try to get out of it will determine how willing it is to let you extract any at all.
I'd say about... How much pounds is it fully?
Fully, it is
300.
What was that?
You said it was 300 earlier.
Yeah, it is fully about 300 pounds of hardwood. You have currently extracted, I believe, did I say 30 or 40?
20 pounds.
40.
You said 20.
Oh, 20. You have currently extracted 20. There is quite a bit left to go. Though you have a feeling that if you try to say like half, it would not want you to extract that much. And it's
90.
also encased in ironwood, notably. So there's also a bunch of ironwood here too. Which is part of why it's slow going, because you're having to carve through ironwood, and ironwood's hard to carve through. It's basically like carving through metal.
Me and Master are just gonna go explore this place real quick.
I put my answer 90.
90 pounds. Okay. Give me another animal handling check. Okay. With that result, yes, you're able to get 90 pounds, and it actually aids you in extracting it, because they will willingly give 90 pounds to you. Because, Jesus, that animal handling roll. That's a 52, by the way, for those that don't know. So yeah, you're able to get it not only out, but faster than it would have taken before. So it'll only take you about 6 hours to get the rest of the 90 pounds out. And that's without Shad's help. Because Shad, when you try to help, you find that it just won't move at all for you, but it moves just fine for Cathangless.
So it doesn't like me.
No, it doesn't. Evidently. I guess first impressions are everything, and you're the one that was asking for it to be shortcutted, and it heard you say that.
You need
That's
to be
fair.
nice to the trees.
Cathangless, will you tell it I'm sorry?
Cathangus and Sylvan would say that.
Apologies. Bug, I did say in character that me and Radix are going to explore the Vivaldi. Yes, you can go out and explore if you want to. Is there anything you're looking for in the Vivaldi? Or are you just going out to explore to explore?
Let's to explore.
Okay, that's fine. You can go out to explore. We'll deal with what's happening to you in a little bit.
Okay.
Because unless there's anything else anyone wants to say or do, I have a little thing
No.
to talk about with Archetype. Sorry, go ahead. I heard what sounded like kind of pipe up. I couldn't tell. Okay. Anyway, Ragnchild.
Oh, okay.
Are you here?
Yes.
So, as you're laying, you don't realize it, but you're laying there in the grass at this point, just staring at the sky. Because you kind of zoned out and are just staring at the swirls in the sky. While drinking this thing that Rao Darkstar gave you. You start to feel a thrumming underneath your back. As if you can feel the pulse of the forest itself around you. And it starts to remind you of back when you were in that forest with... And then you remember, there's a dungeon you still need to go cleanse.
Oh my goodness! All of that corruption! We gotta go! I try to stand up, but I kind of fall back down.
Yeah.
I just start shouting, "We gotta go back! We gotta go back!"
Everyone else, you just don't hear her yelling, "We gotta go back." And it's just yelling about corruption and corrupted place and whatever. And it's just drunk falling over. Or, not drunk, but just kind of high right now and awkwardly not having a center of balance. Corrupted corruption. That's a good question for Cathangus. Ragnchild, he asked what kind of corruption?
That thing that's the opposite of my thing, you know, like my...
For a reminder for everyone, she has a glowing blue crystal in her chest.
Oh, Cathangus immediately realizes, probably.
Yeah. Who here understands void speech?
I don't.
I do.
Okay, you just heard Cathangus say, effing hell, delirium. In
I
void
just look over at Cathangus.
For
Really?
everyone else who doesn't understand void speech, you just heard Cathangus talk in a deep, guttural, abstract noise that you don't know what the heck it means, but it creeps you out.
I just look over at Cathangus and I say, really?
Don't worry, I've dealt with it. I can fix it.
No, I'm talking about your language.
It's my language!
I like to
I
think
meant
this
you're
argument's
using
happening in
passwords.
void speech.
No, and everyone's just confused. Everyone's like, what on earth is happening right now? Me and Cathangus are just chatting in void speech.
Right. Ragnarchild, you do then notice that notice and remember that Cathangus also has a crystal in his chest. Meaning, likely, you're not alone in the ability to cleanse that place now. You have someone who can help you.
Yeah, wait, no, we gotta go back. Listen, you're big too. You're not like little like me. You could probably cleanse a whole bunch all at once. Listen, we gotta go back. It's dangerous in there.
We gotta go back, Morty.
We gotta cleanse it. Yeah, I know that you know like me. It's an affront to nature. we cannot allow it to soak into the land and infect the trees and infect the plants and infect the animals, because soon it will infect the cities too.
I've seen it affect a dimension.
Granny. What is it, Linda?
The trees are crying.
It's a dangerous place we're going to go to, Linda, but we're going to need all the help we can get. Well, look, we got all these new buddies now. We got, Twinzos and Big Bro and Little Bro. Little Bro was already in our party. And we got my angel. So, I think this is great. Oh, we got this big old fancy airship. We can... wait. Oh, never mind. I forgot it. The engines don't work. Somebody needs to start working on the engines. And then we'll go to the dungeon. And then... we'll get rid of all that corruption, and then we can sell the stuff and make a lot of money, eh? Yeah, what do you think?
As you say that, you actually hear the engines for the ship kick on, and Shad, you think you hear the distance someone yelling "son of a," and just a loud bang noise before they go on. And you guess that your brother probably kicked them to try and get them to go again. Which is very much in its character.
Why? Just why?
I don't question siblings.
As the one who causes the most chaos in both groups, why are you the one questioning why?
Me? Question line thing before. Maybe he just changed since then.
Fair enough.
Are we talking about me?
Yes, let's talk about you. Why you're questioning why?
Because at least I won't kick an engine.
No, but you will nuke a city.
There's a considerable difference between the two. One's trying to kill a ton of people, one's just trying to kill yourself.
And killing a ton of people is better? Is that what you're trying to...
I never said it was better. I just said it was more chaotic. I'm not one for simple things. I'm one for more abstract things. Or more chaos. I don't like little bits of chaos. I like lots of chaos. If that makes any sense.
Yes, it makes sense. Also, I did the wrong character. I replied to what you said.
The astral dragon, the voice.
But yes, Kayana's voice acting is awesome.
What?
Surtur is surprised at how good your voice acting is, and I said, yes, your voice acting is awesome. Whoop. Dropped my bottle.
Every time Kayana takes a voice, I'm like, wait, who joined the call? Basically.
Yeah, because she's really good at it.
Or who let their kid go on the computer now, like earlier? I was like, okay, whose kid is this?
The only person you have to worry about with their kid is Ragnarchild.
Which, to be fair, I don't think I've ever heard their kid on the call, and if I did, it didn't bother me at the time.
Oh, they were in the background a few times. They weren't actively in the call.
Yeah.
I thought that happened once. I thought that happened when Kayana started voice acting, and I was like, wait, who? What?
Yeah. Well, two things. One, the engine's on now. It's seemingly on cue, as you're saying that right now. And two, you still feel that thrumming of the forest beneath you, which, Cathangless, at this point, you feel it too. And then, Ragnarchild, give me a perception check. With disadvantage because of your current state.
Oh, okay. Let's see here.
Cathangless, if you'd like to give one, you can as well. But you'll also have disadvantage because you don't know what you're looking for.
Oh, oops. Let me make another one. here. Boo, boo, boo.
Oh, 15 is good enough.
All right.
Nathaniel, do you want to roll? Or, yep, you do. Okay, you're good enough. To be fair, you're minimum qualified, because for you it was still 15. Both of you notice in the forest around the actual... the thrumming is coming from a certain spot in the forest, and when you look over there, it's a little hard to tell because of how tall the trees are here, but you see what looks to be a vague, large shape deep in the forest in a certain direction. And Ragnarchild, you vaguely recognize this shape. Cathanglis, you don't, but you don't recognize it the way Ragnarchild does, but you recognize it as a spirit of the forest. Whereas Ragnarchild recognizes it as something else, something more familiar.
Is this my... Wait. Is this my... What is this? What is this?
Do you want me to remind you as a player?
I was gonna say, is this my spirit familiar? My
This is
ram?
the big moss thing.
The big moss thing! That's right. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. This is the big moss thing, just kind of standing there.
I say, yeah, hey, what do you, how's it been? Hello?
Everyone else, you're just seeing her randomly say, hello, how's it been, to the forest.
I am not there, so...
Right. Rattle's not there. Shad, I don't know what you're doing. I forgot.
I'm still trying to work on the tree.
Wait,
I thought you stopped working on the tree because you couldn't get anything done with it. So you let Cathanglis work.
That's right.
Cathanglis responded to as Danny.
Right. Clark's on the airship. And Shad's also on... Kai is also on the airship. So I don't know what Shad was doing, other than just talking to me. I think he's just talking to her.
I'm just trying to talk to people in general.
Who's Danny?
I'll be
Huh?
Okay, Rattle. I think I joked about that before, how you were talking about the boss man, and Cathanglis responds, Danny!
Ah.
I'd say, you're that spirit I saw before.
You notice that the lumbering figure in the forest, the forest is tall enough that it actually is not bigger than the trees, even though it's like 4 stories tall. Because if you want perspective on how big the trees are in the Feywild, if you've ever been to California and seen the redwood forest, that's how big these trees are. I've been there.
Same.
Yeah. So you know the size of the trees we're talking about. Like, they're trees that you can look up and it keeps going. Like, it's bigger than some skyscrapers. They're massive trees. Anyway. So you see this lumbering mass moving towards you, and once again, it's not disturbing any of the trees or surrounding foliage or anything. It's seemingly gliding through it as if it's passing directly through it.
Oh. I'm at this point, because like I'm just absolutely overwhelmed and like in awe of this thing, and as it's like approaching, and she's just kind of like standing there, and it's just like,
Not Clocksworth. Cathanglis, as this thing moves closer, you begin to recognize it as a childhood friend you used to have. Back when you were just playing in the forest as a small child. It was around the same time that you met the water weird.
Cathanglis' tail is just wagging. Tails are just wagging.
All 9 of them?
All 9.
If I remember, you can come up with a name, by the way, but you did name this thing back then.
I did. I said its name.
Ah, its name is Danny, according to that. Okay, it can work. Does anyone else do anything? At this point, Shad, you actually see movement in the forest. In the direction that Ragnarchild is looking.
Ragnar, what are you doing?
Don't worry, it's just an old friend.
Royal Darkstar, you were venturing through the forest. However, as you were heading towards a clearing, Radix stopped, paused, and turned around and looked immediately towards the creature that was moving through the forest, as if he's transfixed by it. Oh wait, I forgot Days on BRB. I'll tell him that when he comes back. But yes. Do you do anything, Chad, or do you just...
I'm just a little bit concerned.
Okay. So, as this creature comes closer, Shad, you begin to recognize it as the same moss creature that you saw outside the dungeon in the other forest.
Oh! It's the Mossman.
Cathaglis, this is the first time you've heard this thing called Mossman.
It's Danny.
It's Danny!
So I just saw the GIF that Ragnarchild has posted, and the funny thing about that is, that's probably what Chewinga in the Feywild looked like. So I like to imagine that Ragnarchild right now is just standing in awe of this thing, and there's just a small Chewinga crawling up her leg that looks like that.
I start petting it, but I'm still staring at the boss man.
Right. Well, the things from Totoro is also what Chewinga looked like, but like this one specifically looks like that. But yes, if you've never seen them, they're a whole thing. But given the amount of times I mentioned them in the campaign, I'm pretty sure everyone here has seen them.
Yeah, Chewinga's nice.
The Mossman comes closer to all of you and is now at the edge of the clearing and has made himself visible. He is a tall, about 40 feet tall, 20... He's about as wide as he is tall. And he is a massive creature that... I say that with a question mark because he looks like a mixture of creature and plant and fungus all wrapped in one. He is what some would call an embodiment of nature or a nature spirit. From what the few of you that know about him would gather, and Cathanglis can clarify this because Cathanglis actually knows about this more than anyone else does here.
He kept me company when I was lonely, which happened a lot as a kid.
Yeah. Cathanglis had the Disney princess effects for wild animals. As a kid.
And funnily enough, Lion Thing has the exact opposite.
Yes. How ironic. You need to groom the beard, Danny. I know that's not meant to be funny, but that reminded me of the Hard Leg Joe Gulag video of "Let me touch your beard, John."
Oh god. The you need to go out,
I read that with the same energy as "Let me touch." You need to groom the beard, Danny. Yes, that is very big indeed. And Okay, out of character, I'm going to go ahead and say, in the future, I'm going to worry less about the size system in D&D and just make things actual sizes that I feel they should be, without worrying about whether it's a huge creature, large creature, or whatever. I'm going to largely ignore that because it also largely doesn't matter. In a lot of cases. Other than for like damage and stuff, but that stuff I handle in the background, not you guys. So.
Yeah, it's stuff you handle in the background, and if you say something is 60 feet, then we know that I can't just put a wall of force and a dome around it, because it only fits 10 feet anyways.
Right, and another reason why I wanted to do it is because in Cyberpunk, I wanted to have a 200-foot tall robot at some point. And there is no such thing as a creature that's 200 foot tall in D&D, because it's not meant for creatures that big. Budget, I want creatures that big. So I can hit?
There's nothing that's 200 feet?
Not canonically, because of the fact of Titanic is the largest size, or which is bigger than Gargantuan, and that's 50 feet. Anything bigger than that is just classified as that, so in game terms, there's nothing bigger than that. But like fluff-wise, there should be. Like the Tarrasque should be much larger than it's portrayed in game, because it's supposed to be something that can level cities. Why is it as big as like a building? It should be bigger than a building. Anyway, that's a whole different thing. I'm not getting into that right now. Back in character. So this thing's approaching all of you. It looks to Ragnarchild, and Ragnarchild, you lock eyes with it, and in that moment, it's like you two share an entire conversation in a second. As you suddenly understand fully, 1, why it's following you, 2, why it's here, and 3, what you should be doing. So, which of those questions do you want answered first, Ragnarchild?
We'll just go in order. Let's go. Yeah, let's start with the first one.
Okay. Which I believe was why he is here or something?
I think so.
Yeah. The reason why he is following you is because you are someone that nature has chosen to act as its agent. Nature doesn't really fully have an ability to act on its own, so it instead chooses people to act for it and to help it. In this case, it has chosen you, Ragnarchild, as one of its people to represent it and to help it. In this case, helping cure the blight that is delirium from the land. The reason it has appeared here to you is to remind you of this and to help you in this endeavor. What you have to do is, well, go finish the task that you're provided and purge delirium. But you're also told not just from that dungeon, but all delirium from the land. Those are the 3 things told to you. Any questions?
Oh, I put my hand over my heart and I look up and I say, I see, I understand now why I've lived all these years. This is what I must do before I die. I must purge the land of all delirium to leave the forest safe from corruption. I accept this challenge.
Cool.
I accept it.
It bows a little bit as you say that in a sort of reverence, and you feel like a weight was lifted off of you. It suddenly feels like you can move, like some of your youth has returned. You can move more limber. You're not as stiff. You feel more sprightly, like you were about 30 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm 150 years old, guys.
So, child?
You also notice that there is actually some vines seemingly growing out of you, Ragnarchild. But they're under your control and they're not painful.
What? Look.
Nathangless,
Oops.
you see this and you also lock eyes with the creature and you also have a conversation with it. However, I'm going to let you determine what your conversation with this creature is.
It's been a while.
It nods and asks if you will help Ragnarchild in their endeavors that they were chosen to do.
With my soul. After all, I want to help free this world from corruption.
It nods and says, I didn't even... It doesn't say anything, but you can tell that it didn't even ask you because it already knew that you were going to do this.
Excuse me.
And then the creature looks to Shad.
Yes.
It locks eyes with you, but nothing special happens. It just locks eyes with you.
I
It raises one of its hands and waves.
Aren't you the one that was in front of that dungeon beforehand?
It nods. Which, this conversation is happening
I
out
recognized
loud.
you.
Sorry, go ahead.
I thought I recognized you. How you doing?
It doesn't know how to respond to that, so it just kind of looks back towards the others.
David is shy.
It kind of glares at you, Cathingless.
Oh, come on, don't be like that. Don't you remember what happened 1,000 years ago? We are still good friends.
Cathangos, what did you do?
He keeps me company.
It doesn't say no, it just kind of looks away and begins walking back towards the forest. Ragnarchild, you feel like you have more... You feel like you're more in touch with nature now than you were before, and that if you ever were in need of help and are in an area that has nature, you might be able to call upon this being to aid you, though this is not something you can just spam.
I understand. In times and moments of great peril or great need, I may call upon you. Thank you.
You can feel that it thanks you for undertaking this task. So, for everyone else, this was an interesting situation. Clocksworth, did you come back out of the boat? I forget.
No. No, I was asking Zokurai if he could repair the Reek mask I broke, because yeah, I thought it could be useful in the future.
Oh,
in the tournament.
I didn't see that question. I'll go ahead and answer. There is someone who does come out of the boat, though. And Cathangless is the first to notice this, given his really high perception.
That's a perception of 33, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You notice that there's a small black figure crawling out of the boat, which you recognize as Dread.
Hey, you're finally out. Did you enjoy the fall?
Dread just kind of snickers a little bit and just is slowly crawling off the boat, not really saying much right now. Wild Darkstar, now that you're back, I said this earlier, but you weren't here, so I said I would repeat it when you came back. as you were wandering through the Feywild, you got towards a clearing and saw what looks to be a small village, but Radix had turned around and was staring at the forest intently towards the creature off in the distance that was approaching the others, and was seemingly distracted, wanting to go back.
What is it, Ratix?
Radix says, "I've identified the uneasy feeling I had before. It's that creature.
We started exploring.
It seems to be a spirit of this place. You remember those nature spirits from our world?
Kinda?
I'm referring to, I believe in Spyro, there's like spirits of different elements.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to here. Or, that's the thing Radix is relating it to. In this case, it would be most similar to the spirit of the earth element. Would be the closest comparison Radix has. I guess I'll come back to this organization up with the parses. Yep.
You missed a suit of armor?
What was that about, Alder?
I'm saying from what I see, it looks like the suit of armor.
Oh, no, this is not the Marine of the Emperor. This is Mossman. Off in the distance.
Mossman.
Yeah. Radix is flying back towards the group. Do you follow him, or do you go to the village that you found?
Hold on. I'm gonna show what I mean, Bug, in the Discord.
Oh, let me go look in Discord.
That's the thing with his attitudes to the spirits. They're just all friends.
Oh, yeah. Those those are what I'm referring to by the elemental spirit. Yeah, that's what Radix is relating it to. Except, of course, this looks different, but like, it's the closest analogous thing that we can find.
I'm just gonna look up the village first and head back.
Okay. You're heading back, you said?
I'm looking at the village first.
Okay. Radix is already heading back, so you're going to spend time in the village, and he's going to head back at this point?
Yeah.
Okay, roll me a D100 as you enter the village. 29. There doesn't seem to be any villagers around. It's mostly a bunch of huts, though you do notice some movement in the trees above you. Well, not above you, but in front of... on the other side of the clearing. Mostly, though, it seems to be either no one's home or no one's outside. The only thing that you notice of note, though, is that these huts appear to be quite small.
I'm gonna lift one of the roofs in of the house is.
You're looking at one of the roofs? What?
I'm gonna lift one of the roofs of the house to look in.
Okay. When you go over to... give me a strength check as the roofs are bolted on. Well, not bolted on, but they're tied on.
Wait, why are you taking apart the houses?
They're houses that appear to be about a third of your size. Okay. You managed to pull the roof off of one of the houses, and inside you see a screaming man, a woman, and two kids SMSing, "What the hell are you doing to my property? Get out of here!" Blah, blah, blah. It's a family of gnomes. Like, get out of here, get out of here. He throws a frying pan at you.
Accurate reaction. I don't know. I never encountered gnomes before. So
I mean, I would do the same thing if someone just legit took off the roof of my house.
I'm not sure if I would be more panicked or if I would yell at them. I'm not sure which one of the two I would have.
Yeah. Rattle, give me a dex save as he threw a pan at you. Instead of attack roll, I'm going to do a dex save. 6. It conks you in the chin. And kind of uppercuts you with the pan because of the angle. You just got backed by a hot, not a hot skillet, but by a skillet.
Dad, I was just checking if you guys were alright.
Why wouldn't we be alright? This is our property. Nothing bad happens here. Now get out of here, dragon. We don't want you dismantling any more of our houses.
I just gonna put the roof back down on it.
As you put the roof back down, you just hear him say, "Criminy, don't people know how to use a door?"
I don't think he would have fit.
Dragons can have shape-shifting abilities. They can shrink.
I forgot that.
Yeah. For a normal person, you are correct. For a dragon, they can shrink themselves. So dragons have no excuse.
This is why we knock. Thanks.
This is why we knock. Rattle is clearly not the man who knocks. Cookie, if you get that reference.
I do.
Yeah, there's also reduce. I'm not sure.
If thankless, a cookie appears on your face.
Yay.
I don't know who caused that. Normally I would blame Sylvester, but I'm not sure if he's available.
It was Cathanglis himself.
I was going to say either that or Finn or Yukari, one of the three.
My
No, it's good.
Yes, Linda? Were you going to say something?
Nothing.
Okay.
And yes, that was me earlier. When
Okay.
I said no, that was me. My mom was talking to me, and I just was replying to her about that.
Ah,
Okay.
that makes sense.
And then I'm just gonna head back.
Okay, you head back. Seems you found the village of gnomes. So everyone, you see Radix flying towards them, and then you see a figure moving through the forest that you guess is probably Round Arcstar. Meanwhile, Clocksworth, you come out at this time. You already heard the engines kick on.
Yeah.
Do you come out of the boat?
Yeah, I did.
Because Zokurai currently has your mask and told you to give him an hour.
Yeah. I figured I'm not just going to stand at his door for an hour.
Knowing you, you just might.
I mean, if I didn't have anything else to do, I guess. But given the idea that I had with just knowing that the reincarnate spell exists because of some dust Zokurai made out, I would probably try going back in.
Fair. So you're leaving the boat, and what? You're gonna try to head to the villagers?
I'm going to go try and find the Cathanglis and Rhymus to basically check if it's not a completely dumb and stupid idea.
Okay, so Cathanglis, Ragnchild, Clocksworth approaches you with a few bags full of dust. Which Cathanglis, you recognize. Okay. Well, actually, never mind. Continue.
No. Yeah. When you said I approached him with the dust, that I was about to say I don't think I would do that. But then I'm like, actually, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. What? Are you just gonna carry a pile of dust in your hands?
Yeah. Yeah. So what did you say?
I was saying, Cathanglis, you recognize this bag and you recognize the dust inside, even without him to look inside, because don't you have true sight?
Yes.
So you already know what the dust is. You can tell this is reincarnation dust. You don't know what Clocksworth's about to ask, but you know he's carrying reincarnation dust. So, Clocksworth, ask your question.
I think those might work on the on the villagers that got their head blown off. You think it's a good idea to try? Why?
How's it gonna work though? They're not gonna. They're gonna come back healed and everything good, or they're not gonna come back in their exploded bodies, are they?
No, well, yeah, that's
Reincarnation.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah,
they're
yeah,
gonna be.
Souls. I thought souls always leave the body when you die.
Oh, it's just their souls.
Typically, yes. Typically, whenever something dies, their soul ends up leaving the body, which creates a husk.
And they will be reincarnated when it's time, when it's their time.
Right, that's the stickler. Because, right, child, you remember. Wait, actually, kind of a question. Did Yukari mention what she's doing with the souls so that she has them?
What?
I thought you mentioned something before about, like, Yukari wanted the souls or something. To make sure that they come back when they need to.
When the souls die, they go to Yukari.
Right. That's what I was getting at.
Like, they immediately go to Yukari. So, like, if those souls are to be born, like, reincarnated, they get reincarnated. If those souls aren't to be reincarnated, she takes them to their like resting place, like their, you know?
Okay. So if you use the actually, yeah, that's true. Clockwood, do you want to explain to them how this reincarnation spell works? When it comes to what it does to the body?
Yeah, I was about to ask because Ragnar asked, will they appear in their and their headless body? I don't remember how she worded it exactly, but I was about to reply, yeah. Well, actually, no. Reincarnate works by giving them a new body. So I figured since it's a new body, it wouldn't matter that there's missing parts, that they're getting a new body, although it's not the same as they were before, so I'm not sure how that would... I mean, yeah, it's not their body, but their soul would go in it, no?
No.
My next question is, where are these new bodies coming from? Is somebody else dying so that these guys can reincarnate? Or are these bodies new bodies? Explain to me how this works again, because I just got a lot of questions.
Since I never cast the spell myself, I actually don't know.
The Thangless, you actually know the details. Would you like to clarify to them, or if you'd like, I can clarify and say that you did.
Yes.
Okay, so to clarify, the way the reincarnate spell works is that when you use it on someone, you bring them back, but what you do is basically their body is healed and transformed into a random race. So you aren't generating a new body, you're taking their old body, healing it, but turning it into a random race instead of healing it back to the way it was before.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I just went off the spell's description because I didn't know that part.
Right, it doesn't make a brand new body, it turns their body into a new one. But no one additional has to die or anything. So for example, they could use reincarnation dust on them, they'll come back, but they won't be a Harrington. They might be a Dragonborn, or a human, or a gnome, or a half-elf, or whatever.
Yeah, in the original spell's description, it said it made a new body, that's why I went with it. I didn't know that part of the...
No, to be fair, they might random back into a Harrington. That's always possible, too. It's not always different, it's just very likely to be different.
I forgot you legit roll a D100.
Right.
Yeah.
It's on a table. You legit roll a D100, it's on a table.
Fun fact, I was legitimately considering if the tournament went on to contingency reincarnate in case another, like, big sudden death moment happened.
Right.
But the tournament didn't go on, so I didn't get the levels to do that, and yeah.
So,
If you died, like someone killed you, but you weren't supposed to die, like Yukari just goes like, go back to your freaking body. You're like, why?
My character didn't know that, so he would have set up the spell on himself to basically do that himself and change his body as a side effect. But hey, it's good anyways. But hey, I almost want to say it's good anyways. At some point, Bug wanted to change the race because the astral elves changed, and it's a mess to keep up with what the effects, what the racial effects were. So I was like, oh hey, it's a win-win.
right. So, do you want to attempt to go use reincarnation dust to
I was-
these here again?
I was about to ask them if it was a good idea because it will change their body and it will probably change their race. So I wasn't sure if it was a good thing or not, or if we should just let them be.
Well, worst comes to worst, in character, you can put it up to a vote. I think Clock's to think about a democratic vote as a way to determine this.
Sure.
Would I be returned?
Yeah,
now?
you're back by now. Also, Dread is here.
I'm just gonna look at that elemental within.
The elemental guy is back. He's in the forest. He's just a bit of a distance away. But you are able to see the shape that Radix was talking about, and Radix seemingly flew into the forest after it.
I'm gonna follow Radix then.
Okay, welcome back. So, who votes in favor of trying it on the body? The reincarnation.
I'm still wary.
So that's an abstain from Cathanos. That?
Sorry, I zoned out again. I've been doing that. I heard something about abstaining from doing something. I'm sorry.
We're
That's
determined.
correct.
Clocksworth wants to attempt to use reincarnation dust on one of the dead Haringen bodies to possibly bring them back, and he is asking people
No.
if it's a good idea.
No, it's not.
Okay,
Not.
that's one abstain. That's one no. That's two no's if we include Linda.
You know, his not. It would be a huge no for me.
All right, Ragnchild, what's your vote?
Okay.
Well, I just think I'd want to come back if I could be with my family again and be with my loved ones, but if I was coming back just to a totally random new life, I don't think that would be worth it.
You would have all of your old memories. You just have a new random body. It's not like it would restart your history.
So what? It's basically like if you got true polymorphed into a different race.
Basically, yeah, it's the same thing as being true polymorphs into a different race. Nothing about you changes besides your race.
I see. Well,
It's like if you suddenly woke up one day and you were a dog.
well, I mean, it could be some real wacky hijinks, you guys. That's all I gotta say.
I don't know what hijinks is as a player.
Shenanigans is another name for it.
Okay.
Shenanigans. Wacky shenanigans, you know.
So that's one yes, two no's, and one abstain. Clocksworth, what's your vote?
I don't. I'd want to try it, but after all, I think the soul can refuse, if I remember correctly. At least that's how it goes for most resurrection spells.
Right, the soul can either refuse to come back, or if the god of the dead wishes to deny you, they can also refuse it. The person who is taking care of the soul.
Okay.
But you wouldn't know one way or the other in character whether they will do that or not. So
Yeah, whether they will accept or whether they want to accept but they can't.
but Cathangless votes no, actually, not abstains. That's 3
Okay.
no's.
So even if I vote yes, it doesn't matter.
Well, there is Dread, and Dread votes. Dread abstains. So actually, yeah, no. It's even if you vote yes, that'd be 2 to 3. So, in other words, you shouldn't try it.
Yeah.
Edward also abstains. Got it. By the way, for those who don't know what abstains is, that means refuses to vote. Or is unsure whether to vote yes or no. Okay.
Okay.
It's been about 3 hours into the stream. 2 hours and 50 minutes specifically. Is there anything else anyone else wants to do in this stream, or should we wrap it up here?
I'm following Ratix after the elemental thing.
Oh, well, yeah. You managed to catch up to the elemental because it's not moving. It's just standing there, and it allows Radix to approach, and Radix is just staring up at it. Just kind of sitting there on a tree, staring up at this creature that it's in awe of. Brown Darkstar, you don't even fully know if it's a creature. All you see is a large mass of what looks to be a combination of moss and plants and fungi and animal parts. That vaguely looks like it might be a creature, but it also just looks like a mass of nature. In this mass of nature, Cathangless goes and gives a hug while you're watching it.
Ratix, why are you so interested in this creature?
You notice Radix is beginning to vibrate again.
Oh no. I'm just gonna try to pull Ratix away from it.
Okay. Yeah, and as you do, sure enough, it's the same thing that happened before. Radix is resonating with the intense energies emanating off of the creature. The same way he did with Cathangless before.
Another Easter creature theme.
Okay. As you pull it away, though, you do notice that your ability to manipulate Earth and nature is amplified while Radix has this energy. So, you feel like you have more control over the plant life around you. And indeed, as you're pulling Radix away and running back, you see some of the trees and plants slightly bend out of the way for you, so that you can run by them without colliding into them. Seemingly as if they're giving way to you.
Ratix, you stop going towards Easter type of creatures.
The thing is, if you're going to type, I would request that you type on Roll20 where the live audience and ODS can, on YouTube, can see you. Oh, okay. Fair. What were you saying, Will?
I was talking to Ratix. Can you please stop going to Easter creatures?
Radix says, I'm sorry, it's just... I don't know, I'm just naturally attracted to intense natural energies like that. You seem to act like a lightning rod. To be fair though, I can give you new abilities through this, though they're temporary.
Yeah. Somehow, your dragon fly species here somehow affected by them.
Yeah, it's strange. It reminds me a lot of the elements from back home, the different elemental pools. I'm having a hard time remembering what they're called now. My memories of back then are fading more. I don't know why. I'm scared.
That happens as time passes.
It's probably because your memory is being affected by this world.
Yeah. Rattle Darkstar and Cathanglis, give me Arcana checks.
No, are we in the same spot as Rattle and Ratix?
They have walked back towards you guys, so yes, they're in the same spot. But it needs to be someone who's familiar with giant dragonflies.
Yeah.
Would I have advantage then?
No, because you're more familiar with them from your world, not from this one. Okay. You don't fully understand what's happening, but it feels like Radix is being changed over time. You don't know what that means though, and you don't know the details. That's just a hunch that you have. And it seems like Radix is scared of something. Okay. The thing was, you have like a plus 18 to it, so you're just gonna pass anyway. Most likely. Cathanglis, you realize that what's happening to Radix is that because giant dragonflies are a certain way in D&D, he is slowly shifting more and more from what he originally was back home to what giant dragonflies are in this world. Which a side effect of that is meaning that he's starting to lose his intelligence.
I can fix it in a way, but that's just a temporary solution.
If you want a more permanent solution, someone would need to know, prepare, and cast an awaken spell on him. Preferably Rattle Darkstar.
Oh my god, thank you for saying awaken. That is something I have!
The only thing I'll point out is that whoever casts Awaken on Radix is going to bond to Radix. That's why I said it would preferably be Rattle Darkstar, because it's already his Dragonfly. So, you have that spell, Cathanglis. Do you have a way to teach it to Rattle?
I need part of the paintbrush.
Perhaps you could go questing to find a book of magical knowledge on it.
Oh, true.
I'm sure he has enough. The problem would be getting the materials, but I don't think Cathanglis is bad enough at crafting that he couldn't craft one.
Right, and I'm sure he has enough excess mithril lying around to pay for it.
I have thousands of pounds of mithril.
Okay, I didn't know what the materials were for crafting books of magical knowledge.
Well, not using the mithril for pathing, like using the mithril to buy the ingredients to craft it is more what I was getting at.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I was just talking about the raw monetary value in that case.
Okay.
Okay, with that, is there anything else anyone else wants to do in this session, or shall we end it here?
I'm good.
This seems like a good spot to end.
Yeah. It's a good spot before we get to the next section. Anna, is there anything you want to add?
Well, I see it kicked me.
Apologies to hear that it kicked you. The only thing that you missed is that Radix seems to be acclimating more to this world and is slowly turning more and more into a native giant dragonfly, which has a few effects, but one of them is it's causing Radix to slowly lose his intelligence, and that makes Radix scared. So, then we were just discussing the ramifications of that and possibly how to reverse it. Yeah. Cathanglis, what happened with you is similar to what happened with the nature spirit just now. Which, I can explain that more if you want to off camera, because I don't want it to be explained for the audience or the other players. But I can explain more about why that happened with you and Val Darkstar privately, if you'd
Sure.
Okay. Other than that, I think this is a good. I did something dumb. Okay, before we end this, do you want to hear the dumb thing I did?
Sure.
Yes.
So when I came back with water, I never removed the grabbing water and snack text from my stream. So for the last hour, we've just been having on the stream, grabbing water and snacks, smiley face. Just sitting there in white text on the screen, even though I was back.
Really?
Like, yes, I am not here. I am still grabbing water.
Also, we're having discussion and even a vote while you're grabbing water and you're talking.
Right. Oh.
It chooses now to load. Yeah.
In any case, is there anything else anyone wants to add? Kayana, Rattle, Ragna, Surtur, Shad? I think those.
Not really.
Linda? Okay. Well, thank you all for watching, if indeed you still are. I'll talk to y'all next time. This is the start of